Good day or good evening to you wherever you're watching. Thanks for joining us here on France 24. We begin in South Carolina, where Donald Trump has stormed to another win in the Republican presidential nomination race. The former president roundly beating his sole rival, Nikki Haley, to take his fourth primary win from four. Trump boasted a bigger win than expected. Haley, though, presented herself as the candidate of unity and said she would not pull out. Take a listen.
An even bigger win than we anticipated, and I was just informed that we got double the number of votes that has ever been received in the great state of South Carolina. So that's pretty good. So it's a record times two, and there's something going on in the country.
I said earlier this week that no matter what happens in South Carolina, I would continue to run. I'm not giving up this fight when a majority of Americans disapprove of both Donald Trump and Joe Biden.
Well, Trump said his win was a measure of how unified the Republican Party is. Never been more unified, he said. Haley, meanwhile, said she was the candidate of unity and she was the one who could beat Joe Biden in November. Well, we're joined now by John Zogby, political strategist and pollster, founder of the Zogby International Poll. And what better guest to have to join us after this event, Mr. Zogby? Polls show that Nikki Haley has no chance of beating Donald Trump, but she's refusing to give in. What is her strategy?
Her strategy is to stay in as long as she possibly can, in the belief that Donald Trump cannot win the general election in December, and that something extraordinary could happen between now and, say, the end of the summer that would render him not fit or unable in some way to carry the torch for the Republican Party. So she's going to hang in there. And she does have about 40% support of Republican primary voters so far. Not enough to really go anywhere, but enough money is coming in, apparently, for her to at least try and to stay in.
You make allusion, I gather, to potential legal troubles for Trump on the horizon. That's one thing that Haley may have her eyes on. Is she also perhaps looking further ahead towards 2028?
That could be, but it would be a very strange strategy because she's going to need a unified Republican Party. Yes, it's impressive in one respect that she's getting about 40% of the vote, but that's not enough to present yourself to the same party 4 years down the road, especially when Trump is on the winning side. And it does look to a great degree like it's Donald Trump's Make America Great Party.
We do talk a lot about the finances of this campaign on both parts. Of course, Nikki Haley's got plenty of cash after the month of January, which was great for her in terms of her campaign contributions. Donald Trump, potentially some financial trouble for him. He's got hundreds of millions to pay in legal fees and penalties.
Yes, he does. And he has to come up with this money within 30 days, now within about 25 days. Whether he's paying them to, as the actual fines plus interest, or he's paying an escrow account to hold that money, in case he appeals, which he's, likely to do. But in any event, he's got to come up with that money. And strangely, the biggest problem for him can be that he uses political contributions and his donor base to raise money because he doesn't have the money. And if he is shown to not have the money, then a lot of the mystique that Donald Trump has built around himself, may hurt him.
Plenty more we could talk about. Unfortunately, we are running short of time, but thank you for now. John Zogby, founder of the Zogby International Poll. Great to get your views there.
Thank you.